had been dealing with depression during that time because I felt like I was not good enough. I was inside the house, in the basement, the lowest part of the house. And while I was in the lowest part of the house, I was in the lowest part of my mind. Because at this point, it's no point in me being here. Let me just go in. I think the easiest way to not deal with all this stuff that's going in my mind is just to eliminate myself out of the equation. I'll get out your way. Y'all can have it. I don't know why I even thought to pray first. I'm a fleece guy. What
wow.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
So
I'm thinking like a fleece shirt.
Nope. So think about the story in the Bible where.
Hold on, that's me.
Yes, you
That's
gotta
me.
show me. I'm glad no one stopped me.
Ooh, that's good. I'm catching it.
Yeah,
I'm catching it. Go ahead. I caught it.
I'm glad no one stopped me because if someone stopped me, I would have probably gone back to try to do it again.
Oh my God. Right there. Hello, family, and welcome to Armed with Your Testimony podcast, where we are unleashing the transformative powers of your God-given testimony. And yes, I said yours because each of you have unique experiences that God will use to impact and encourage the lives of others. And if you haven't guessed it already, I am your host, Tiffany. And I know you just met me, but I still want to ask one favor, and it's to subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow us on all social media platforms, and share this with someone. That way you can stay updated on all new monthly episodes when they drop. I really do hope that you enjoy this podcast. The episodes starts now. Y'all made it back. Welcome back to part 2 of Pastor Hunt's testimony. Let's dive right in.
How will everybody deal without me being here? Can they continue? Will they continue? Because at this point, it's no point in me being here. Let me just go in. I think the easiest way to not deal with all this stuff that's going in my mind is just to eliminate myself out of the equation. I'll get out your way. Y'all can have it. So I went upstairs. I grabbed a knife out of the drawer in the kitchen. And I went back downstairs because that's how I said I don't remember if Kim was there because I don't know. I feel like I was by myself. Again, I went in that drawer, came downstairs, and I sat there on the edge of my bed and I literally put it right here. And I don't know why I even thought to pray first. Wow. As if it's almost like I was getting ready to say my grace before I ate. You know, you praying before you do something. Why was I getting? And I said, all right, God, I'm getting ready. And I said, I'm getting ready. And he said, I just heard, boy, put that knife down. And I was like, and I went, boy, put that knife down. Audibly. I heard it in my ears. It sounded like a authoritative voice. Boy, put that knife down. I'm sitting. I was ready. The way I was going to cut it, it was going to go diagonal. The blood was going to hit the ground. Then I was going to switch hands and go here. I already had it planned out. I was going to drop the knife. I was sitting on the edge of my bed so I can lay back and just let everything drain. And that was my plan. Now, I've never talked about that. How I was going to do it. Yep. Boop, boop. Lay back.
Wow.
I didn't write a note. I didn't do anything. I just wanted, at the time, people just going to have to find me. My parents, whoever, they're just going to have to find me. All because here.
Right.
Again, perfect outside. Struggling on the inside. And at the bottom of where I could be. And when I heard that voice, I dropped the knife. And the Lord said, it's not time yet. Thank you, Lord. How can I fulfill the promise in your life if you eliminate yourself too early? How can I fulfill the promise? It had been prophesied. Bishop Cole, Michael Cole, prophesied to me at the age of 9 that God was going to use me and take me to the nations. At 9 years old, my mother showed me on a videotape. Him and he talked about you want to play the drums, but they won't let you play the drums. But you're going to be a great drummer. Happened.
Right.
Also, God's going to bless you. He's going to take you to the nations, and all of these things came back to mind. How can I fulfill my promise if you eliminate yourself? And I was like, okay. And it was almost like a light bulb went off. Like, you got something bigger for me. I want to see what it is. Because at this point, I need something to change. I need something to happen. I need you to do something. God, show me that it is you. This is the thing about me too. I'm a fleece guy. What,
wow.
you know what that means?
What does that mean?
So
I'm thinking like a fleece shirt.
Nope. So think about the story in the Bible where...
hold on. That's me.
Yes. You
That's
got to
me.
show me. All right. So if it's you, let the dew hit the fleece.
Yes.
And everything else be dry. All right. Let the dew hit everything else and let the fleece be dry. I'm the fleece guy. God, you got to show me. If this is you, show me that this is you.
Yeah.
And sure enough, not long after that moment, doors began to open. Within the next couple of years, God started moving and doing things. And this is the thing, again, the enemy used the things that I do, music, things like things that I was great at, to make me depressed. But then just a few years later, God turned those things that he blessed me to do and caused me to begin to go to the nations. Wow. So yeah, it was literally, I don't even know how I got myself to that place. But depression, it was a buildup. It was not something that I woke up to want, but it was a buildup of things that I felt were not going right. And then all of a sudden that day, it just came to a halt.
That day, did you hope someone would stop you in that moment? Or you was just so far into depression, you just really, really wanted to end?
I don't know, but I will say this. I'm glad no one stopped me.
Oh, that's good. I'm catching it.
Yeah,
I'm catching it. Go ahead. I caught it.
I'm glad no one stopped me because if someone stopped me, I would have probably gone back to try to do it again.
Oh my God. Right there.
But since the Lord caused me and gave me the mind to stop, I didn't want to go back to it.
Wow.
And I equate that even, I don't want to get off subject, but I equate that even to helping people. You got to literally want to help yourself. If I keep helping you, you're going to go back to the place that you were. But until you make up your mind that this is something that you want to change within yourself, you're going to always be in that cycle. I didn't want to be in a cycle. Mike, don't do that. You know you shouldn't do that. The Bible says this and that Bible says that. Yes, you're right. That would have lasted for a moment. And then I could have went back. But I'm so glad the Lord gave me the mind to drop the knife.
Dang. That was powerful right there. That was powerful right there. So...
That was a good question.
I'm glad I asked it.
Yes, because I never would have thought about something like that. Oh, man, that was good.
Oh, my God. That was very good. And I'm going to have to pause at you on that for a little bit. Just give me a second.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to turn that into a message.
Yes, please do.
I'm going to turn that into a message because it's like, when you think about it, why? Yes, it's good to help everybody.
Yeah.
But how are you helping them? Are you feeding them? Or are you helping them to come out, helping them to feed themselves? It's just like someone always calling you for money. If you keep giving them money, they'll never go get a job.
Ever.
Because they're going to depend on you.
Oh, my God. So you had your own God-given experience.
That's right.
And that lasts way more than anyone ever giving you a encouraging talk from
Yep.
my standpoint.
Absolutely.
You know, your own experience with
Yes.
God.
That's
And it
right.
just changed your whole entire perspective, your
Yes.
desire to live again, but to live on purpose.
That's right. And this is another thing, that another added piece to that. I didn't go through depression with someone. In other words, when I was depressed, you weren't depressed because I was depressed. So I couldn't, so it had to be me. It couldn't just be you giving me a word because you would only talk from your standpoint.
Yeah.
But God had to turn that thing in my heart because I was the one that dealt with that. And a lot of times that's why we have to, and I share with the church that I pastor and other places, you have to build a relationship with God for yourself. Because when you do, then you can hear his voice. I remember when I first started leading praise and worship at 17, my mother, she gave me a hymn book and said, Mike, learn the hymns in here. But she said, learn these hymns, but also pray. Build a prayer life, because that's going to help me when I'm up leading praise and worship. Ad libs, reading my word.
Yeah.
When I'm singing ad libs to songs, I'm literally singing scriptures, or I'm singing things that I've prayed about. And it was the relationship I built through praise and worship with God that helped me to be able to hear his voice. If God can be speaking to you and telling you not to come out of that depression, or put that knife down, or put that gun down, or put those pills down. But if you don't know his voice, how are you going to listen? You got to know his voice.
You got to know his voice.
Yep.
Oh. You got to know his voice. Dang. That was really good.
That was a good question.
I think you didn't. I don't even need to ask these. I think that was good.
That was a great question.
Oh my God. So, how was the healing process after? Like, let me back up. The day after. Did you tell anybody?
I didn't tell anyone for a while.
Wow.
I didn't tell anyone for a while. And even my family, when they found out, they were like, what? And my mother, I never forget, even my mother, I think my mother even still kind of struggles hearing it, because it's like, that's my son. Like, that was happening in our house, but I think the great thing is she loves the fact that the victory story of it. Yeah. But I think in their minds, it's like, wow, my son actually went through this. And, unfortunately, it happened, but even now, like, it took me a while to even build up the confidence to have that conversation, not just with them, but talk about it to anybody, because I'm the strong one. I'm the one that everyone saw doing stuff. I was the successful one in ministry. I may have not been successful educationally, but when it came to church, when it came to ministry and doing things, I was the one. So how are you the one leading me in praise and worship, but then you talking about killing yourself?
Listen, I heard this profound statement. I can't think of his name right now. He's a rapper. It was on Facebook or whatever. He said, you have to check up on your friends that's always encouraging people. You got to check up on your friends that always make people laugh, because they're the ones that's really depressed, because nobody's there for them. Because everybody always think that they are happy or everything's going right. So you need to check up on that one.
That's right. That's right.
I'm thinking about that statement. I couldn't say it as beautifully as he said it, but I'm thinking of that as you tell your story, when you said that everything on the outside was good.
Who's checking on the strong friend?
Yeah, who's checking? and then you were, I don't want to say good at this, but you was good at appearing not to be down.
I remember, Tiffany, I remember times up leading praise and worship, and people think I'm crying because I'm worshiping. I'm crying because I'm hurting.
Oh my God.
I'm watching other people be delivered and being made free and worshiping God through what God has given me. And I'm crying because I'm struggling in my mind. That I used to go to bed at night on Sunday nights, and there was Marvin Sapp has an album called Diaries of a Psalmist, and I had the DVD. And every Saturday night, as I laid in bed, I would play that DVD. He has a song on there, "For You Alone, Our God, for You, Our God Alone." I would play that and other songs that were on, and that would get me in a mental, help to get me in a mental space to even lead praise and worship the next day. Tone had an album, and he had a song called "To Know You, Lord." To know you, Lord, in all of your glory. I would listen to those songs all through the night. They would play. They would play. I set my DVD on repeat to have that song played. To know you, I would wake up and the song still playing. To know you, I had to do those. I had to do those things to get my mind prepared to lead in a hurt place. Yep. So it took that.
So it took that. Oh my goodness. So you didn't seek counseling or anything after that experience?
I didn't think of doing anything like that. I mean, that's not how I grew up. That's not, that's not church.
Yeah.
Church is you go to the altar and God will deliver you.
And black people don't.
That's it.
Get therapists.
No. You go, you lay your burdens at the altar, period. There's never a thought of doing that. And I remember, oh my Lord, I remember having a conversation, this is years later, with some leaders, youth leaders, about this. And people were like, no, you shouldn't have to go see a man about about your problems. You need to give those problems. And me and a friend of mine got into it. At this session, he's telling me you shouldn't have to see a man. If you, then that means you ain't really saved. And I'm like, are you serious?
Whoa.
What? And so that's where we are as a church. That's where we are as a people. And I believe we're coming out of that.
We are.
I believe we are really coming at it, because a lot of people are saying, I hear what you're saying, but I'm still going to go and we'll see what happens. And that see what happens is actually being the blessing. So, yeah.
And a lot of us are more accepting to the fact that, if we need a little bit more help.
That's right.
Talking about like medication.
Yes.
We welcome it.
Yes, sometimes.
It helps.
It helps.
I am a living proof that it helps.
But why would God give these people the wisdom?
Exactly.
Give these people the knowledge to create these things, to be there, to go through the schooling, to pass, to graduate, all for them not to use it.
Exactly.
Because everything literally comes from God.
Everything.
So why would we set ourselves up and be like, oh no, I'm not talking to no man? But God gave them, matter of fact, God, and that's how I think, this is how I think about it. God gave Dr. So-and-so the knowledge to go to school, to get your degree, just so he can deal with me.
Ooh.
He had me in mind when Dr. So-and-so graduated, because I need you to go help Mike when he needs it.
So when I was struggling with postpartum depression and we went to see my doctor, she had mentioned to me that when she asked me, do I want to take some, medicine for my postpartum depression? And I told her no, because I don't want it to change me.
Right.
Because we always think that if we take these medicine, it's going to make us worse, or
Right.
something mentally is not going to be right. And when we get off it, we won't be the same,
Right.
basically. And she said, no, you can't look at it like that. She said, when you're deficient in vitamin B, D, C, whatever, what do? She said, you get a multivitamin to bring you back into balance.
Wow.
And she said, just like your hormones are out of whack right now, or something's going on mentally that's out of whack, she said the medicine that we give you bring you back into balance. And that's how you should look at it.
Wow.
And I told her, nobody explained it to me like that.
Right.
Because if I would have talked to her when I had baby Casey, because I dealt with postpartum right after him, I would have got help sooner, or I would have been prescribed something sooner.
Absolutely.
And I would have enjoyed like those moments even better, because I had moments when I was like this. But if I had the medicine then, I think I would have been even more happy than
Right,
now
right.
during his years of him being like a baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Wow. And that is good because again, we take medicine for everything else. But when it comes to our emotional, mental health, like we take it for the physical. But when it comes to our mental, we just we think we can fix it ourselves.
yep.
Uh-oh. Thank you, Lord. Unsaved and some saved. When people are depressed, I say this to TCC. I say when you're depressed, what's the first, or you've had a long week, what's the first thing people say?
Go get a drink.
I'm gonna go get me a drink. You've had a long week. I'm gonna hit a J.
Yep.
We go those avenues, but when it comes to getting help and talking to someone or getting the medicine or getting the prescriptions, we would rather take our own way and then find our way in a deeper hole.
Yep.
And so we've got to begin to start seeking the help that we need, because if not, you're going to end up in a place that you're going to end up worse. And that's how the enemy works. He'll use things that will take us deeper in the hole to keep us in the hole.
Oh, Lord, I don't want to share this, but I'm going to go ahead.
Come on.
You did it first. You said, I ain't never shared this part.
Yeah.
When I was going through, this was before I got married, going through a bout of depression and probably didn't even really think of it as depression.
Yeah.
I used to take Percocets to help me go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
And then it went from just taking them to help me go to sleep at night, just wanting them,
Yeah.
to help my mind.
Yeah.
Help me just go to sleep so I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
So I just, and drink.
Yeah.
Percocet and drink.
Can you? So look at that. Look at that. And I know this is going to help somebody. It started off with the thought, oh, this is going to help me sleep. So yeah, I can take it. But then that perk will end up becoming an addiction.
Yes.
Something that you thought was supposed to be something to help you has now turned into something that is harming you.
And then catch this. I'm glad you said that. I came to myself because I felt like I was wanting the Percocet more than what I really needed. I was
Right.
already not. Let me say that again. I was wanting to have it more than I originally was using it for.
Wow.
So it came to me that this can turn into addiction, or it is turning into addiction, and I need to stop.
Yeah.
And so I stopped.
And so glad you came to yourself, because some people don't make it out.
Yeah.
Now that perk turned into from just a pill to now they're snorting it. Now they're adding it in something. I've seen people go crazy off of this stuff.
Yeah.
And so thank God he brought you. But he did that. Let me say this. I know you don't share it, but everything happens so that it can be heard. Someone out there struggling with that. You were getting ready to take that pill.
Yep.
You was getting ready to hit that J. You was getting ready to take that shot. You was getting ready to take the shot with the perk.
Yep.
But God is like, stop.
Slow down. Stop. Not even slow down. You're
Yeah.
right. Stop.
Stop. You tried it your way.
Yeah.
Now try it mine. And that's literally what the Lord said to me when I was getting ready to do that. You tried it your way. Your way does not work. Try me. I got you. And I'll prove to you that it's me. Now, this is another thing I didn't talk about. There have been times that I found myself still in a depressive state. I wasn't totally and completely healed from that.
That was my next question. Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I still found myself, but because of my past experience, I knew what I needed to do. It's almost like God is saying, all right, here's a little quiz. You passed the test. Now here's another. I feel like these things happen to keep us praying, to keep us in the face of God. Because if you're saying, oh, I'm over that, I don't need to pray for that no more. God is like, still. God, and not saying you have to beg him to keep doing, like, God, don't let that come nigh me anymore. You brought me out of this thing. Don't let me come. I think he doesn't want us to forget where we've come from. But when we're put in those situations, how do we handle it?
Handle it.
And a lot of times we don't know how to. So I've been in places where I've had times where I've cried myself to sleep. I'm talking within the last few years.
Yeah.
Last couple of years, actually. You know, but I knew where I thought back to my previous experience.
Yeah.
And that helped me to get through it. So I hope this is going to help someone.
I hope so too.
You
I
know.
feel like it will.
It definitely
help
will.
someone.
For sure.
All right, so looking back now, what have you learned about God, about yourself,
Yeah.
and about the value of life from walking through this valley?
Ooh. So one thing I learned about God is that he'll let us get to a certain point.
Yeah.
But then he's like, all right now, stop what you're doing. And he loves us enough to take us through the process,
Yeah, the process.
but not let us die in the process. That, you asked about what I feel. Now, I'm looking at where I am now, who I'm helping now,
Yeah.
who I'm affecting now. I thank God for that experience.
Yeah.
Because now I am able to be a billboard, an example of what God's grace is, of what his mercy is. Because, he could have let me carry that through. And it would have been, that makes 20 years of me burning in hell if he had let me carry that out. But he loved me enough to say something, to fuss at me.
Basically.
And tell me to stop. So that 20 years later, I will be helping me, what pastors say all the time, up the hill, round the bend.
Corner. Oh, I thought it was round the corner.
Up the hill, round the bend, on the other side of the corner is going to be another you.
Another you.
And I've met many me's in guys and girls, men and women.
Wow. And that's kind of like leading into my next question. You kind of answered it already. I was going to say, testimony isn't just a memory.
No.
It's a. Let me say that again. Testimony isn't just a memory. It's a ministry.
Ministry.
Right? How has sharing your testimony helped others to come out of dark places?
Ooh. I remember I shared this after, I told you I've been doing music. A few years later, God blessed me to become the assistant coordinator of the International Youth Choir for the Church of God in Christ. This youth choir comprised of 500 or 600 young people. Little old me doing that. But I asked God, I want this to be bigger than ministry. One year, we were in AIM, at the AIM convention, and I told my testimony in the middle of rehearsal. Later, the next night, a young person came to me and said, Elder Hunt at the time, Elder Hunt, I made plans to commit suicide here. Flew here from my home state to commit suicide here because I wanted it to be a spectacle. But when I heard your testimony, it changed my mind. He said, I didn't want to live no more. He said, I feel like I wasn't receiving any love. So I wanted to hurt people while I hurt myself. But hearing your testimony saved, and he said, he's in full tears. Hearing your testimony saved my life. I preached at the Holy Convocation a couple years ago. And I preached on a Friday. This was maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I am still being stopped. Every convention, every conference of young people and adults that tell me how much that message, because all I did was tell this testimony of me, and young people are still talking about that and how it has helped them to navigate through depression, navigate through suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
When you think about preaching, a lot of times everybody wants to hug, they want to hoop, they want to holler. But sometimes it's not even in that. It's in what you say. For people to still be coming to me, talking to me about what happened then, I preached this message 3 years ago. For people to still be talking about it, That testimony to me is the ministry. So now I feel like, and I was at one point ashamed. I'm not scared because I know it's saving lives.
That's what the enemy do.
Yeah. He don't want you to say nothing.
And that's the reason why I called this Armed with Your Testimony.
Yes.
Because it's a weapon.
Yes.
It's a weapon against what the enemy is telling you.
That's right.
That you should be shameful for.
Yes.
And it's a weapon for you to use against, to help others fight.
Yes.
So
because he wants to win.
Yeah.
If you're giving them tools to win, weapons to win, he's going to lose that battle.
Yeah.
Ultimately, he wants people to join him where he's going.
Yep.
And one quick way to do that is to commit suicide.
Ooh, that's gonna be controversial.
Suicide is an automatic ticket to hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to post that.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna have to post it because you think that your sorrow ends here.
No,
but
it just begins. Oh, it's the beginning.
It's the
of your
beginning
sorrow.
of true sorrow.
Yes, and that's forever.
Forever, eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. Before we close, we're at the end.
Sure.
For someone who's listening right now, who may be in their own valley, what would you say to them? Is there a scripture or song you will speak over their life at this moment?
There are a few. My favorite scripture that I've learned through this time, what should we say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? A lot of times, a lot of people that are dealing with depression, dealing with these thoughts and so forth, realize that they feel alone or that they're being attacked or being fought against. But if God's got you, there's nothing anyone else can say about you or to you. After you've suffered a while, he'll strengthen you. He'll establish you and he'll settle you. After you've suffered, he knows that you're struggling. He knows that you're going through. But after that, ye have suffered a while. How long is a while? We don't know. But what I will tell you is to keep fighting, because that fighting and that suffering is going to come in the end. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning.
Yes.
Fight. Fight on. You got this. Don't worry about what anyone else is saying. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. This fight is for you. But the great thing about this fight, you don't have to get your hands dirty.
Wow.
God's got you covered. He will fight, and you will win.
That's right.
It's that simple. If we can keep these things in our mind, he's got to fight. Jehoshaphat. Now you got me preaching.
No, go ahead and preach.
Jehoshaphat had 3 armies around him. You know what he did? Instead of going down and trying to fight those 3 armies, he did what the Lord said. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. He worshiped. He sent a praise team out. And they praised and they worshiped. And as they worshiped, those 3 armies, those 3 enemies began to destroy each other. And not only did they not have to get their hands dirty, but they left with their hands full. They picked up the plunder. Your hands will be clean and your hands can be full.
Oh! Woo!
Fight.
That's good. Well, that's all we have to this episode.
Oh, man. This was fun, Tiffany.
This is good. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate
it.
And like I'm going to tell every guest on the show, always be armed with your testimony.
That's right.
Because you never know who you're going to run into.
At all times. You said, you
armed.
never know. You never know. And you don't know how many lives you're saving.
Yes.
Even if it's one.
That's my thing. Even if it's one, we did our part.
We did. Yes, right.
We did our part.
That's right.
And sometimes you're not going to know right away. Sometimes you may never know. But you got to be armed.
You'll never, sometimes, like you said, you'll never know. Whoo! But just to know that you are doing that, now you're doing kingdom business.
Yep.
Because God does not take us through things and not expect us to just and sit down and shut up and sit down on it.
Nothing is wasted.
Nothing. I like that.
Nothing
This
is
is
wasted.
good.
Thank you. Hey, y'all. I just want to shout out Pastor Michael Hunt one more time for stopping by this podcast and sharing his powerful testimony with us. If this episode has touched you in any way, share it with somebody, especially those who need to hear it, okay? Because we all know that healing is possible. If you can do one more favor for me, subscribe to this channel and join us on all social media platforms. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you for joining us on our first episode of Armed with Your Testimony. Please come back. I love you much. Bye-bye.